Hey everyone, let's figure out Kids by MGMT. So I'm going in just knowing that this is the chord progression for the verse and the chorus. I've already practiced the melody and stuff like that, but I don't have the same notes that I normally have. And I know that the tempo is about 124. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and lay down our kick and snare, which at the beginning is just going to be a 4 on the floor. Actually, maybe the whole song's that way, I don't know. Let's just go with that. And then for the snare, I'm going to just put it on 2 and 4. So very, very, very simple, right? But now let's go ahead and actually, I'm just going to, let's actually do the bass first. Okay, so I picked a sound for the bass and I'm on the bass track now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down record and I'm just going to hit F sharp 4 times, jumping between those octaves. Going to drop an octave here to go to the lower D. And then here I'm going to go up to A. And then because this one is a slash chord, we know that G sharp is in the bass. So this is our bass line. But right now it's going to be really ugly. Maybe not ugly, kind of cool actually, but we need to make sure that these only happen every 8th note. So I'm going to press track and shift, and then I'm going to hit 2, which means the step length is going to be 2. And then I'm going to do a bunch of weird step component stuff now. So I'm going to make it so that it plays this part twice, then this part, then these 4, then these 4. So for that, I'm going to use jump components. I'm going to put a jump 1 right there, a jump 2 right there, jump 3, which goes here, right there, and then a jump 4 right here. And all of these I only want to play once, or repeat once before they move on. So I'm going to select all 4 of those, hit component spark, and then hit 1. This is nowhere near loud enough, so let's go ahead and add a bunch of distortion. And let's add a bit of a tail on it. And let's decrease that LFO depth. What else can we do here? Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the note length by default to being pretty long. There we go. What if we add a bit of portamento? Perfect. Okay. So I know I just did some kind of sound modification stuff there without talking through it too much, but hopefully if you have questions, you'll let me know in the comments. Cool. Okay, so now let's get to our melody, which I'm actually going to put on the ARP track just because it stores more notes than any other track on each step. First thing I'm going to do is go to parameter page 3, turn off the arpeggiator. Second thing, I'm going to hit track and shift, and I'm going to change the step length to 8. So with this chord progression, it is an F sharp minor, which you can kind of tell by the chords, and we're going to use the F sharp minor scale for this. The specific notes for the lead, let's find a track, or like a sound first. Okay, so we'll just go with this. So so the melody is A, B, C sharp, E. And then next part is going to be F sharp, G sharp, F sharp, E. And then C sharp and B. There's I think 2 variations that get played of this second part, but I'm only going to do 1. So I'm going to play A, B, C sharp, B, A, B, A, F sharp, A. And so I'm just going to try to enter that into the OPZ now. So let's arm it for recording. I already messed it up by playing the wrong note. So let's quantize that a bit. I'm going to increase the snare volume and the drums overall. Decrease the bass volume a bit. Maybe I'll add some distortion, to the melody. Nope. Let's actually make that a chorus. Oops. There's an LFO. No, there's not an LFO, right. Okay, so that's close-ish, right? There's a couple more things, at least in the chorus. So one is going to be that there's like a pad of some sort. So this sounds kind of like what it sounds like, a very big digital sound. So let me listen to the original song real quick. So it sounds kind of distorted, but it also sounds like maybe it's just some of the higher frequencies. So I'm going to change the filter to reflect that. And then I'm actually going to send it to the distortion. And I'm going to change the step length, shift and track to 4. Can I have this last that whole time? Maybe it's just F sharp the whole time? Nope, it definitely changes with it. Okay, so then we're just going to have it change similar to the bass track. So the next part is going to go down to D, and it's going to go back up to A, and then here it's just G sharp. And actually we can disconnect the OP1 if we want here. And so in the background, there's also some keys, and I don't know exactly what they're doing. So to me, at least, it sounds like there's kind of these little fills. So just kind of like that little thing. I'll put it in every now and then. Let's go ahead and, so let's remember what it was. So it starts on D. So obviously those weren't the actual fills, and I kind of freaked out and just played just whatever notes sounded okay within that little part of the scale. So hopefully that sounds okay enough to you. What I'll do next is let's go ahead and just arrange it, because I think I've basically got everything I wanted to put into here. Okay, so now I'm going to copy that first pattern to 3 other spots, and with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and I'll do this kind of the tougher sort of way. It starts off with just the kick, the snare, and that melody. So I'll clear the bass, I'll clear the melody, and I will clear the chords. You could just mute these, that's totally fine, but I'll just keep it like this because it seems a little simpler right now. If you wanted, you could add some chorus and some drive. So at this point, you'd probably want to do kind of some of that fill. So let me just add that in while we're here. Let's go ahead and have those happen every, would that be 8? Okay, close enough. So I'll just stick with that, even though it might be better if it actually was like that bigger snare sound. But for now, we'll just have this be our song. So let's now go ahead and move over to that first verse / chorus. I'm going to increase the drive on the master track. Maybe I'll... Okay, so we've got this intro. We have the chorus, the first kind of chorus. Then we have the verse, which is just going to be, let's remove this melody. Let's remove that pad. And let's remove those little fills. Okay, so I'm going to call that good enough. There's obviously like the solo, there's a lot of little fills that happen both in the verses and the chorus. There's a lot more sound design that goes into this, but to be honest, I'm kind of ready to be done with this one. So let's listen to it what we have so far just once through, and then I'm going to go ahead and share this project. This is another kind of stream of consciousness one, so hopefully this is helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching.